Till now we have discussed about problems on statement of affairs method. Right now we have to discuss distinction between statement of affairs and balance sheet. Some of the points are there to discuss the difference between statement of affairs method and balance sheet method. First point is purpose, second point is source, third point is accounting method, fourth point is reliability, fifth point is capital account, and sixth point is trial balance, and seventh balance omission. The purpose in statement of affairs method, it shows the financial position as well as to find out the capital asserting the trading profit or loss or particular period. Balance sheet, it shows only financial position of the business on particular date. In purpose, in statement of affairs method, it shows the financial position of the company, and we get the profit or loss. It's shown in the statement of affairs method. But in this balance sheet, we have to know the only financial position of the company. The how much amount we get the profit or loss, it will be shown on the profit and loss account in double entry system. Source, it prepared from ledger, balances, and partly from other particular and estimates. In statement of affairs, it can be prepared from other recording transactions by the business organization, but balance sheet, it is prepared from balances only. Accounting method, it is prepared when accounts are maintained under single entry system. It is prepared when accounts are maintained under double entry system. Statement of affairs method, in single entry accounting system, we have to only prepare statement of affairs method, because we don't have any particular complete information of recording. That's why we have prepared statement of affairs. But in balance sheet, we have record all the transactions in a systematic and scientific manner. That's why we prepare balance sheet in double entry system. Reliability, it is not recorded as reliable, as it is based on partly on accounts and partly on other information. Balance sheet, it is reliable as it based on actual figures. Sometimes in single entry system, we get the amount as our wish, but in we don't take as a basic information. But in balance sheet, we have take actual in figures. Capital account, capital is the excess of assets over liabilities. Capital account is taken from the ledger. Trial balance is not prepared on statement of affairs method. Trial balance is prepared before balance sheet. In a single entry system, we don't prepare trial balance, because we don't have particular mention of all the real accounts. It doesn't show the arithmetical accuracy of the business. But in balance sheet, we prepare. But in balance sheet, we prepare trial balance before balance sheet. Omission, in the statement, omission of asset or liability can't be traced. In it, omission of any asset or liability can be easily traced as the total will not tally. Is there any omissions in the in single entry system? It can't be traced, because we don't prepare trial balance. In the trial balance, it shows the arithmetical accuracy. We don't have a chance to know the omission assets. But in balance sheet, we have to chance to prepare trial balance. That's why arithmetical accuracy can be checked in the double entry system. Is there any assets we forgotten? It can easily known in a trial balance, because it doesn't tally the amount of liabilities and assets. These are the difference between single statement of affairs and balance sheet. Till now we have discussed about statement of affairs. Right now we have to discuss about conversion to double entry method. It is also known as conversion method. Convert them into final account. Whatever incomplete information is proceeded such way, the final accounts get the preparation such. is called conversion of incomplete records. It involves 7 rules. 7 rules. Step 2, convert double entry system. We have 7 rules. First rule is all information gathered by accountant should be proceeded 2 times. General entries should be made for information. If any item is difficult to post, then prepare its account. Following account is generally prepared. Debtor account is bills receivable account. Creditors account is called bills payable account. In single entry system, all the information of bills receivable it will be posted into personal account, that is debtor and creditor account. We have to convert into bills receivable accounts, and we have to prepare old balance sheet, current balance sheet, current trading and profit and loss account, fixed asset account if required, expense account if required, and cash and bank account. Step 2, sometime gaining gross profit ratio is of entity given. Gross profit ratio is equal to gross profit by sales into 100. This ratio is used to calculate sales or cost of goods sold. 1 by sales means 1 by third of cost, and 1 by cost means 1 by 8 of sales. Rule 3. Sometimes questions gives as tailored account. Information such as tailored account should be posted once. Do not prepare tailored account in solution. Rule 4. Sometimes in any question, values are missing for certain transactions. If value are to be found out, they should be proceeded by using given information. Generally, such information is supported by any relation with values. Rule 5. Sometimes questions give certain ratio to be based in which missing should be calculated. Ratio can be high, current ratio, liquid ratio, etc. Rule 6. Whenever farmers are required to make their accounts, following are special features. Baldi worker. These workers do not consideration in cost, but take produce as their remuneration. The entry is expense account data to sales, being expense and sales regarded. Captive consumption. It means own consumption of captive consumption. Entry is drawing account data to sales account, being captive consumption. Captive labor. It means time labor is required a farm and family member work at farm is equal to labor account data to capital account. Rule 7. If question information about debtor collection log period or creditor collection period, then we should calculate amount of sales or purchase based on log. Debtors log period. Collection period is equal to amount of sales by closing debtors. If closing debtors are given along with log period, then credits sales closing debtors log period. Creditors log period is equal to amount of purchase by closing creditors. We have some techniques of obtaining complete accounting information. We have some techniques, that is distinguishing between business expense and drawings. Business expense means the expenses which are incurred by running of a business organization, but drawings means the it is a personal expense of the business personnel. It have taken from business capital for its personal expenses. These are called drawings. The main items of drawings are rent of premises, commonly used for residential as well as business purpose. In some business organization is staying as well as in a factory house. The rent he pay the rent both commonly for his personal and factory purpose. We have to deduct the residential part of the amount from on the rent. Second one is common electricity bill and telephone bill. All the expenses, including business expenses, that is residential purpose common electricity bill and telephone bills. Life insurance in premiums of proprietor or partners paid from business cash. Household expenses made from business cash. Some expenses some expense of household he paid from the business organization. We have to deduct that household expenses from business. Private loan paid to friends and relative out of business cash. Some of the loan is paid to is personal loan paid to create paid to creditors from business expense from business cash. Personal gifts made to any friends and relatives out of business cash. He gave some gifts and other other money to friends by out of business cash. We have to deduct from that cash. Cash withdrawals meet family expenses. Fresh investment by proprietor or partners. Money collected and put in the business on maturity or life insurance policy of the proprietor. Interest and dividend of personal investment of the proprietor collected and put in the business. Income from non-business property collected and put in the business. These are the techniques we have to need to convert into double entry system.